Mother told us to cling to truth. Now, how can we figure out the truth of ordinary, mundane, daily life things? We need to cling to facts, because people can tell lies with a straight face, and they can have 100 friends who tell the exact same lies, and it doesn't make it suddenly the truth. But it's very hard to know, if you're not aware of the facts, to know whether these people are lying or not. So today I'm going to give you some facts that you can verify for yourself, and you can see and start figuring out what the truth is of what is happening here. So the place where facts should normally be really put on the table, instead of having fact checkers, self-appointed fact checkers who just make more claims, is the court of law. So when you file a court case, normally the court will do everything it can to put the facts on the table and get the facts out. So that is why, because they claim that everything here is so illegal, the people who lost their kingdoms here, which they had for so many decades, they claim that everything here is illegal, so they filed court cases to substantiate the fact that it's illegal and to make the courts acknowledge that what is happening here is illegal and that a course correct is needed. So up till today they have filed 22 court cases. In fact, they have filed probably around 200, but most of these cases are side cases or sub cases, or not the main issue. So around every topic there are several cases filed, but in fact they have attacked 22 issues here. And in these court proceedings they can have first instance appeal, higher appeal, Supreme Court, whatever. So all of these are obviously registered in the courts as separate cases, because otherwise the courts wouldn't know what's up and down anymore in the end. So everything needs to be filed separately, so that judgments can be made for every side issue. But there are 22 main decisions of the foundation that have been attacked in court. Well, in fact, 2 out of the 22 were actions of the foundation. One of the cases, the recent Edzard discipline case, is about inaction. He in fact attacks the fact that the foundation didn't appeal a certain verdict, which was about the land case, which came out rather negative for Auroville. So 19 of the 22 cases are about decisions that the foundation has made over the past 4 years. Now, out of these 22 cases, which were filed in 3 different courts so far, there's the National Green Tribunal, the NGT, there's the Madras High Court, the MHC, and the Supreme Court, SC. So 14 of the 22 cases have already been lost, with in total 22 losses, because these 14 cases represent also that they include appeals and higher appeals and things like that. So in total they have already lost 22 times the argument. Now, so out of the 22 cases, the numbers 22 are just accidental. So there's 22 losses and 22 cases, but that's not related. It's just purely accidental that both of these numbers add up to 22, as you can see in this overview. So out of these 22 cases, there are 8 cases still pending. So all of the cases that have been ruled have been decided in favor of the foundation by the Madras High Court and the Supreme Court. In fact, the NGT has not ruled in favor, but there was only one case and another case had been withdrawn. So all of that is in favor of the foundation already, and there are 8 cases pending. So that should give an idea that they have claimed and put on the table everything they could in the courts of law to pretend that whatever is happening here is illegal. And the courts have decided that no, that's not true. The foundation is doing exactly what it has the right to do according to the law. So this is very important. People really need to get that into take that into account and understand that fact, that if they had any validity with their claim that what was happening here is illegal, then the courts would have ruled that also. The courts would have agreed with them. In fact, already in one case, the Natasha case against the TDC standing order, she was fined 50,000 rupees because of launching frivolous, abuse of court, in fact, launching frivolous cases, not being serious in your claims. You should know that what you demand is not true, it's illegal. So she had already been fined 50,000. Now on top of that, she is filing a curative petition, which is the highest procedure in India. It is really a claim that the Supreme Court is making a gross error. There's a gross miscarriage of justice being done here or something. And the fines for these kind of frivolous cases are very, very high. So we'll see. That's just been she has filed that case, that petition, only a few days ago. So it's still completely pending. We have to see where that goes. And so you have to ask, 22 topics, which makes a total of a few hundred cases launched in the courts. That's who pays for all of that? Where does that money come from? How much money? And how long is this going to go on? How much money are they going to put down that bottomless pit where the courts are so far always ruling that the foundation is completely in its right and has all of the rights to do whatever it is doing? It's a very big question. Now, you don't need to believe me on all of what I've said here. You can check all of that for yourself. There are websites of these courts online where you can just go and have a look at these procedures and at the rulings and the judgments. So if you want to know if you want to fact check me, I can provide you with all of the court case numbers, which court, the dates, everything. I can provide it. You can check online for yourself with these things, and you can get to know the truth. Because what is happening here is completely legal. And so far, the foundation has always won, and we're building Mother's Auroville, which was not what was happening here before. And therefore, these court cases are a confirmation for the foundation that we're on the right track. We're doing what is legally allowed to be done, which is good, and it's absolutely a victory for Mother. Jai Ma, Jai Hind.